Have you ever known anybody to exaggerate their injuries or fake injuries at work? Well, I have. I have two stories to tell about that. All right, this happened a long, long time ago, back when there weren't many people at the particular plant I worked. He's a new guy. He hadn't been there for maybe a couple of weeks, but apparently he was running some heavy stuff, and he hurt his leg somehow, and he's limping, all bowed over like he hurt it really bad. No one really seen what happened. We didn't have cameras in those days. That's a theme here. We don't have cameras everywhere like we do now. Anyway, he left to go home, or supposedly go to the doctor, and I was noticing that he rides a freaking bicycle. Apparently, he didn't live very far from the plant. Well, he came back a day later. I was sitting on the outside bench, and we'd all sit together back in those days. And I said, "Yeah, you know that guy that said he hurt his leg at work?" Yeah. But here he comes around the corner riding the bicycle, he looked like the Wicked Witch on the Wizard of Oz had like a basket on there where he could put his lunchbox. Here he comes around the corner. Well, maybe I should look into that and see what his doctor has to say. Yeah, probably so. I think you might be exaggerating here a little bit. How do you ride a bicycle if you have a bad leg injury? But anyway, I guess you could go downhill. I don't know. Several years ago, we had another guy that had been working for a while, and he always had back problems. He always sitting from day one, there was something wrong with his back. Apparently, he had back surgeries or something or another. I don't know. People I know who have back problems, you kind of know. It's really hard to fake a back injury, if you ask me. But whatever. He happened to be on a forklift. He was moving stuff, and we had the old-fashioned docks. When you back up an 18-wheeler to a docking bay, you have to let down like a little drawbridge. And this one was an old-fashioned one. You'd have to lift it up, have to put like a big old steel rod in there and lift it up. And when you lifted it up, it would kind of ratchet up and then fall. We had a bunch of docking bays back there, and this particular one, apparently, the little ratchet mechanism in there wouldn't work. So it would get up there, and you would have to physically pull it up. Trying to show what one looks like here. This is a lot smaller. This one was huge, and the metal was about this thick. So you can imagine, how heavy this thing is. Most time, it'd take two people. One to pull it up, and the other person would get there, lift it up. Then you let it go, and then it would slam down, and the whole trailer would shake. Well, I'm around the corner over there. He can't see me. And you ever had these coworkers that they don't care, just tell it like it is? We had one of them over there. They're entertaining because they just don't give a crap. Well, apparently he didn't think anybody was seeing him, so he pulls up there, sees that the dock is down. So he jumps off the freaking forklift like He-Man off Battle Cat, runs over there. Of course, he's got severe back problems. He's all old and decrepit. He can barely freaking move. Goes over there, grabs the bar. We only had one bar for all the trailers. So he walks over, grabs the bar, runs over there, picks it up, one hand. With his other hand, he gets done with one hand and just slams it. Boom! The whole trailer is shaking. Then he looks around and he makes contact with one of the other drivers, and immediately starts going back into his I got a back problem deal. Kind of like after Yoda kicks everybody's butt, then he starts back with a cane limping again. And that guy I was telling you about earlier, who didn't you're full of crap. There ain't nothing wrong with your freaking back. I just thought that was the most hilarious thing I'd ever seen. Anyway, y'all have a nice day.